Hi, everybody, and welcome to Intro to Psychology. This is an online class, and so I wanted to make sure that everybody got a little bit of a welcome to the class, since this isn't a typical face-to-face class, and just a couple things that I wanted to cover to make sure that everybody was on board and understands kind of how we do things. So if you notice, there's an email that went out that talked about Moodle being pretty much, this is what the course is all through Moodle. It's an online course, so just to remind you that you should be checking Moodle really on a daily basis. You may have other classes that use Moodle, which is great, and if you've used it before, fantastic. If you're a freshman and you've never used it before, I highly encourage you to go ahead and log in, you'll use your username and password that you usually use for your email. The link is you can get from the UVA-Wise homepage, or you can look at that email. I put the link on there for you guys to go ahead and access that. Now, one thing about this course is it's set up very much like our intro courses, in the sense that there are particular chapters that we go over. There's a syllabus that's going to be loaded on Moodle if it isn't already loaded. And that syllabus is going to be really a very important tool for you to look through. There are particular quizzes and chapter tests and deadlines and things that you need to know. And all of that is loaded and explained on the syllabus. So the very first thing that you really need to do is to read the syllabus very closely, very carefully, and then put any deadlines that you have on there in your calendar, in your phone, in anything that you have that you use for your, to keep your life organized. If you don't, what ends up happening is, of course, that tends to kind of get away from you. Now, this is a self-paced course in the sense that you are really responsible for, for all of your work. We're not going to monitor you and say, oh, you haven't done that quiz, you should really do it. Reminders will not go out to say that you need to do your quizzes, things like that. So this is what I mean in terms of being self-paced. However, you do have the deadline. So if you decide the last week of classes to go, oh, hey, yeah, I'm enrolled in an online course, you should probably get all that work done, all those deadlines are going to have passed and you're going to end up failing the course. So I do highly suggest that you look through that. I have a sort of a soapbox that I talk about textbooks. If you're taking a face-to-face class with me, and if you ever take one in the future, you're going to hear that spiel about, I think that, textbooks are super great if you're really interested in the course, but really not something that you necessarily have to buy. For this online course, because you're not going to have the face-to-face lectures, really, I would buy the book. You have to buy the book and read the chapters as you go to get a full understanding of the material. And I really highly suggest that you go ahead and purchase the book if you haven't already, and read the chapters as you're doing those sections. And that is going to give you the absolute best chance at excelling in this class. And, if this were a typical face-to-face class where you could, come to class and ask questions and do things like that, then I would say, buying the book is maybe not as necessary. However, in this case, because it's an online class and because you're not getting those weekly lectures, you need to buy the book. And you need to read the book. So don't just buy it and use it as like a doorstop, like actually read it. And it is very interesting. And it's a good book. It's an introductory book, and it goes into good detail, but not enough that you're going to be struggling. If you need help, email me. Talk to me, okay? If you're, new to the college thing, know that all of your professors you're going to find are very empathetic, very sympathetic. They're very kind people. They want you to succeed. I want you to succeed. Everyone in our department in social sciences and psychology, they want you to succeed. But if you're having difficulty and you wait until the very last minute, like the week before class is over, to say, oh, hey, I've been struggling, that's too late. And so we can't help you at that point. But if you're struggling with something, maybe you're depressed, maybe you're going through family issues, maybe you can't keep up, maybe the online course is hard for you and you need to figure out, a better way to handle it. This is something that you should be able to identify pretty quickly. Hey, I'm struggling. As soon as you figure out you're struggling, you need to let us know. Okay. You'll find that you'll get mercy from your professors if you keep that communication open. Tell us what's going on. Let us know. Let us help you, because we want to help you. We don't want you to struggle and suffer for the entire semester and then, fail. We don't want to see that. Now, something very special about this class that is different from your other classes. Okay. I am teaching this class with another professor. So I am Dr. Reynolds, and I have a specialty of in psychology. Specifically, I study sleep. I teach sleep classes. I teach sleep and psychology of sleep and sleep and dreaming. And so those are some of my favorite classes. That's my area of expertise. I really, really enjoy teaching intro, and I especially enjoy teaching it face-to-face and getting to know my students, but I still do want to get to know you even if it's virtual. While I'm teaching the class, which may be for a few weeks or maybe as much as the first half of the semester, I want to get to know you. Email me, talk to me, come by my office hours, which are on the syllabus. If I can't meet with you, I can always meet with you virtually. So I use a system called Zoom. You don't need to pay for it. You don't even need a username and password. We could meet virtually, kind of like Skype or FaceTime, using your phone, using your laptop, using whatever that you have. And it's a really cool tool, and I'm more than happy to set that up. I just need a little bit of notice, and and I can certainly talk with you about that. So email me. Emailing is the absolute best way to get in contact with me, and also it is it's the easiest, the most convenient, and I can respond the fastest on that. Now, for the special circumstance, I'm going on maternity leave, and I will switch the class over to Dr. Christina Fieser. So once that happens, nothing in the class will change. You will just now switch instructors to Dr. Fieser. So she will take over all of your email inquiries. She'll take over any problems that you might have, and anything that you may need to talk about with the course. So I will officially go on leave. You should be notified of that. We'll send an email out saying, hey, Dr. Reynolds is on leave. Your professor who is taking over the class is now responsible for the class, and please contact them if you have any questions. Once that happens, anything that we had talked about, if you have something, for example, if you've done some extra credit or anything like that, still stands. Okay, so don't worry that things will get lost in the mix. Everything should be fine. Just make sure you keep that communication open. Having an email trace is always good, so you can forward that over to Dr. Fieser and say, hey, Dr. Reynolds said I had extra credit for this or whatever, and everything stands. Nothing much will actually change in the class. It's just a matter of, instead of emailing me for questions, you'll email Dr. Fieser. And she also has office hours, and you can come and see her. She's here on campus Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. Now, and if you have any questions about the syllabus, make sure you read the syllabus first and then email me with questions. If you have any questions about quizzes, anything like that, read the syllabus first and then email me if you have questions, okay? Because very likely the answer is on the syllabus. The final thing that I want to kind of mention to you guys, okay, other than reminding you that this is self-paced, but there are deadlines, and to keep track of those deadlines, to read your syllabus, and to just keep track with the course, okay? The last thing I want to mention is I want to reiterate something I put in that email about extra credit. We have a huge event coming up on September 18th called the Girls' Day in STEM-H event. We will host over 550 local 6th grade girls. We do a bunch of STEM and health-related workshops, which are really, really cool. And for some of these girls, this is the only real exposure that they're going to get to a college campus. So we try to make this a very exciting event for them. We want this to be the best field trip they ever go on, okay? But with that comes, we need help. We need students, UVA-wise students, to help us. we need some people to lead the girls to act like cheerleaders and get them excited. We need some to actually help with the workshops. We need some people in the background, doing sort of things like getting lunches to teachers, making sure everything is going smooth. We need people, check-in people. We need people to sort t-shirts. We need all sorts of just random help. And I am offering a substantial amount of extra credit for you to actually participate in this. Now, the event is happening on September 18th. That's a Monday. We've already gotten permission from the provost and the dean that all of your classes will be excused if you volunteer. So if you show up and you check in and check out within that period of time, then your classes will be excused. You'll get extra credit. You can put it as volunteer work on your resume. And then you can write it in, for example, if you need a recommendation letter or something like that, you can put that in there as something that you've done. That's really helpful. But most importantly, we're looking for people to make this experience really fun for girls. And this is, if you like kids, this is great. If you don't like kids, we'll put you somewhere where you don't have to deal with kids. If you really want to give back to your community, if you really want to help, this is a fantastic opportunity. I have contracts on my door, Smitty 153. You can sign the contract and then put it in the back part of the folder. Dr. Madeline Shell has contracts. Dr. Rachel Ty has contracts. Dr. Wally Smith has contracts. We have contracts sort of everywhere. But the absolute place you can get one is my door. So make sure that you grab a blank one, because the blank ones are in the front, and then you sign it, and then you put it in the back of the folder. And we need commitments by Monday, August 25th. Now, I know that's really coming up, but because the event is so soon, we need these commitments. And so what this is going to tell us is that, yes, that you're committing, that you're going to come and volunteer. If you can only volunteer for a portion of the time, you would put that on the contract. But we really need people to volunteer all day if possible. And then you'll get a t-shirt and you'll get free lunch. So we need to know what your t-shirt size is, and we need to know that you're going to eat lunch, so that way we can order those in advance, because we need to order those weeks in advance. We don't have a lot of weeks left before September 18th. So we need those commitments by August 25th. So please make sure to stop by and fill a contract out if you're interested in extra credit. This is a great way to start the semester off really solid and really good by already having some extra credit under your belt before the semester even starts. This could replace a quiz grade. This could replace, or a chapter test grade. This could be something that can really buffer your grade, so that way if something happens later on in the semester, you have a little bit of that buffer and you have extra credit, especially because you don't know when the next extra credit opportunity is really going to happen. And so you need to make sure that you have, these opportunities sort of in place and take advantage of them. Okay, so if you have any questions, you can absolutely email me. Come by and see me in my office. My office hours are listed on the syllabus, but I will say that because I'm pregnant, I don't 100% know health-wise if I will be able to make my office hours. So if you know you need to come and see me, then please shoot me a quick email and just say, I need to meet with you. It's best if you can arrange times just so that we can make sure that I'm available and I'm there. And I will do everything I can to keep you guys notified of any changes on my end. So remember, keep that communication open. That is super important. I want to hear from you. I want to know what's going on. Don't think that, you need to deal with everything without, letting your professors know, because we do want to know. Okay, so if you have any questions, email me. I look forward to a fantastic semester. Even if I'm just here for a couple of weeks, that's going to be great. And I'm really glad that I can at least know you for that period of time. But Dr. Fieser is fantastic, and you're going to love her as well. And I really encourage you to go ahead and get to know Dr. Fieser as well. Please read your book. Please, pay attention to the material, because a lot of this stuff can actually help you in your life. And I really hope that you guys like psychology enough that I'll see you again for another class, because I really would like to meet you face to face. Okay, have a great semester, and remember, email me if you have any questions.